Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Russell Matthews here, and I'm back with another Canadian benefit update for you. On this channel, we've been talking a lot about the benefits that you can apply for to help you through this challenging time due to the global health crisis that's currently ongoing. And more recently, we talked about a $200 benefit increase that came to light and was announced when the Ontario government released their new budget. But even if you're not in Ontario, this video is still for you, because the method that we're going to use to apply, you can do too, and it will set you up in case any benefits just like this one that's been recently released in Ontario open up in your province. If you're in Ontario specifically though, and you haven't seen my previous video on this new $200 increase to a previous benefit, then you're going to want to pause this video right now and click that link that's right down there in the description. You can watch that, get up to speed, and come right back to this video so you can learn how you can apply or get ready to apply. When I made that last video, it amazed me how many people didn't know about this benefit that was already given back in March, and actually how this benefit is something that's been given time and time again by the governments even before this whole pandemic situation. I would have thought that most people would have been signed up for it, but it's looking like there are a good amount of people who are qualified for it and aren't receiving it. And this is a really big deal because these benefits, both the ones that started before the coronavirus and the ones that are now implemented to sort of supplement those previous benefits, those combined can save you and make you thousands of dollars each and every single year. And recognizing what benefits you can apply for to get a little bit of extra money is a huge deal, because on this channel we talk about investing and finance and setting yourself up to have a more financially stable future. If you take just a little bit of this benefit money and learn a little bit about investing, put it aside and watch it grow, it can have a huge impact on you and the rest of your family's life. So if you're interested in learning more about that, or just want to stay up to date with all the new benefits coming out in all the different provinces, then you're going to want to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because I'm coming with updates like this almost every single day. So if anything new comes down the pipeline, you're going to be the first to hear about it. But by now you're probably thinking, okay, Russell, get to this benefit. What is it? Who's it for? I'm sorry, I just get excited when I start talking about investing and finance. In the specific case of this $200 top-up for people in Ontario, this is a child benefit. If you actually paused the video and went and watched that one that I released a little while back about this new $200 benefit, you'll know that the Ontario government has announced with their budget a $200 increase to the child benefit that they had already given out once back in March. This newly announced benefit can give you up to $200 per child that you have in your care, so it can be a huge deal for families who are struggling through this tricky financial time. As a quick recap, right here we're talking about this $200, and it's for each child aged 0 to 12, and you will also get $250 for your children and youth that are 21 years old or younger who have special needs. And these benefits will go right into the accounts of the parents so that you can help support your child in whatever way you see fit. Now, it was initially announced as a way to support people as we shift to more and more online learning and the expenses that go along with that, but it seems like it's going to be up to the parents on how they spend this money and how they make it work for their child. Now, nobody really talks about this, but imagine the impact that $200 could have if you used it to create an investment account on behalf of your child so that as they grow up, you can teach them a little bit about money, because I'm sure the schools aren't teaching them. That's one of the biggest problems I have with the education system. There's not enough information about finance, but that's not what this video is about. I could talk all day about that. While this benefit top-up is something that's specific to Ontario, the way you sign up for it is actually through the federal government. You see, there's a Canadian child benefit that's doled out every single year to families all across the country, and by registering for this, you will automatically be registered for the Ontario program. And if you don't live in Ontario, you'll automatically be registered for a variety of other programs that span across all of the different provinces. Now, there's a good chance you may already be signed up for this if you've received the Canada Child Benefit in the past. By signing up for that, you've automatically applied to all of the future child benefits in Ontario, so that's the same goes for this $200 benefit. You should see that in your account once we find out exactly when you're going to receive it, which there hasn't been that much detail about, but it seems like it's going to be soon based on the way that the Ontario government is talking about it. But if you haven't signed up, or you just want to double check to make sure you're already enrolled in the program, we're going to go through the 3 ways that you can apply for this child benefit for the national benefit, which will then apply you to all of your individual provinces' benefits. I know there are certain benefits that this will automatically enroll you in, but there are definitely ones that it will not. However, I'm not a huge expert on these child benefits because I don't have a kid. So if you have more experience, let me know down in the comments and give me some pointers and some tips on how the program actually works, if there's any other ones that you can apply for that I may not know about. Thanks for your help on that. Now let's get into how you can apply for these benefits. So if you've applied for the CRB or the CERB and you've used the CRA, then this is going to be very familiar because one of these options is through the CRA's website. However, there are alternative options for doing it through the mail, I believe, and also through the phone. But we're going to go to the CRA's website to see exactly the wording they use on how you can make sure that you're enrolled in this benefit if you have a child. Now I'm on the CRA's website. That'll give you a little bit of information on how you can apply for this Canada Child Benefit, which will then enroll you in all the other provincial ones. So the first way is through birth registration. We'll open this up and it says there's some processing time within 8 weeks. So you're going to want to do this as soon as possible if you hope to get this $200. And it says you can apply for the CRB when you register the birth of your newborn. In most cases, registration is done by paper at the hospital or birthing center. Residents of Ontario, Quebec, and British Columbia also have the option to register online. Now you need to be sure to give your consent and provide your social insurance number in order for the Vital Statistics Agency to securely share the birth registration information with the CRA. And now that's important because the CRA is probably going to be the one that disperses the national benefit. And if you do not give your consent, your information will not be sent to the CRA and you'll need to apply for the CCB, the Canada Child Benefit, separately. And that's the basic way on how you're going to do it if you're just having a child and you have a new child, newly born. This is the best way to do it. And as we scroll down a little bit here, there's a drop-down menu that can redirect you for exactly how to do it for your individual province. In the description of this video, I'll put a little link there. I'll probably title it something like CRA CCB link, and you can go there and click it and you can go to your individual province to see if there's an easy way for you to do it for your specific benefits. But before you check that out, let's take a look at these other ways that you can apply. And this next section is online through My Account. Again, it warns us here of the processing time, so another emphasis on doing it soon. And it says if you didn't apply for the CCB when you registered for the birth of your newborn, you can apply after the fact using the online My Account, which you'll be familiar with if you've applied for the CRB or even CERB, if you didn't do it through Service Canada and you went with the CRA route. So you're going to log in the same way you would for CRB, go to Apply for Child Benefits. You're going to confirm your contact information, your marital status, and your citizenship. Add your child's name, gender, date, and place of birth, and review and submit your application. Now, there is a chance that they'll ask you to provide additional documents for certain sort of fringe situations, but it will tell you right in your account that you need to do that. I will give you one tidbit of information, though, which I found a little bit interesting. If you've applied for the CRB or the CERB, you'll have logged into the CRA's account, and sometimes it'll say like, oh, you do not need this access code to apply for these benefits, but in order to get all of your My Account benefits, you need to get them to mail you or send you a code to verify your access to your CRA account. Now, I don't have my code updated. I only have it updated for these emergency response benefits. So it could take a little while for you to get that code to get access to this CCB, the Canada Child Benefit, to have access to these options so that you can apply. So you might need to have that done. And normally in this video, I would go into my CRA account and show you exactly where to click. But because I don't have that updated information and that verification from the CRA, I can't even get to those menus. So that's going to be something that's important for you if you want to apply for this online. And I will scroll down to the third and final option for registering for this, and that's by mail. This is the third way that you can apply for the Canada Child Benefit. Again, processing time, but it says you need to fill out and sign Form RC66, Canada Child Benefits Application, include any additional documents needed for the situations described below, and mail the form to your tax center. So we're not going to get into the nitty-gritty of the way this works, but again, that link is down in the description, so you can go to this page and click and take a look at this RC66 form, how to find out where your tax center is, and you can go over more detail these sort of situations where you may need to apply additional documents to your application so that they can verify you're actually eligible. So if you fall into any of these categories, male parent is primarily responsible for the child. You need to prove the birth of the child, applying for a period that started 11 months ago, or you or your spouse or common law partner are newcomers or returning residents to Canada. You're going to want to take a click on that link so you can get into this in a little bit more detail. So if you have a child, you'll definitely want to follow this sign-up procedure if you aren't already enrolled in this CCB program, because on top of the $200 that you're going to get if you're in Ontario, or the other provincial added benefits due to this challenging financial time caused by the ongoing pandemic, you're also going to have access to a number of tax credits and a number of other benefits that are just typically there, even before March happened of this year and everything became the tricky situation that it is now. We're going to take a look at a little sheet that shows you how much you could save in each and every individual province as of 2018. Now, things could have changed a little bit, but this will give you a good idea on how much money you could save or make if you aren't already enrolled in this program and you now opt to enroll in it and you go through this registration process. So right away, when some people see this chart and see all of these numbers, it's a little bit overwhelming, but don't worry, we're going to break it down. It's actually super simple. This chart is actually comparing different years, so 2016 to 2018, how things have changed. But we're just going to look at this most recent one, which is the 2018 year. And in that 2018 year, you'll see this initial column right here tells you the annual benefit amount that you're going to get from that benefit per province and for the national benefit. This column is going to tell you the overall amount that you're going to get throughout the lifetime of your child if you applied right when your child was born. And right here, it's going to say how much money you need to make in the year to be getting the full benefit. And here it has how much money can you be making before they start to scale back those benefits. So it kind of works that if you are making tons and tons of money, you'll get less money from this benefit because the government thinks, oh, you don't really need it. Maybe we'll push this money to somebody who needs a little bit more. If you want to get into all of the individual details in all of these columns, you can pause the video right now and take a closer look at it to get a better understanding. I'll give you a few seconds here before we move on because we're going to talk about the annual benefit dollar amount per year, so how much you can expect from these benefits per year for each province, but we're not going to touch on the other columns. So 3, 2, 1, now let's get into this annual benefit dollar amount. You'll see here for Canada, children age 0 to 6, you're going to get $6,400. And again, this data is as of 2018. But then when your kids get a little bit older, 6 to 17, you can expect $5,400. And remember, these are all just the benefits that were in existence before the coronavirus and before this additional $200 top-up that's just being doled out to people in Ontario. We go here to Quebec, and they have a yearly amount of $2,430. Ontario was $1,378. Alberta is $1,128. Yukon's $820. Nova Scotia is $625, Manitoba is $420, and Newfoundland is $377. Nunavut is $330, New Brunswick $250, BC is $660, and it seems that there's none for Saskatchewan or PEI on top of the initial Canadian benefit. And for the Northwest Territories, it's $815 from 0 to 6 and $652 from 6 to 18. Okay, that was quite the mouthful, but I'm sure you get the point. Signing up for these benefits is a must if you have a child, not only to get the new benefits that are coming in and being doled out by different provinces to help sustain people as they go through the financial time that we're currently going through, but in addition, you want to be able to get all of these benefits and additional tax write-offs that can save you some money. Never before has it been more important to know about these things that you're entitled to so that you can save money and set yourself up for the long run by investing some of the extra money that these benefits could allow you. After all, that's what this channel is all about, helping Canadians by bringing them news that's accurate and up to date so that they can apply what they learn to set themselves and their families up for a more stable financial future. Because it's not a material thing, right? Wealth building is something that's important for you and your family and for future generations to come, right? Money isn't the be all end all of everything in life, but the freedom that it can give you as you build your wealth can be hugely life-changing for the rest of the future for your family and generations and generations and generations to come. I mean, that's the whole point of this channel, and I hope you guys are getting a little bit of that from these videos that I'm making and learning a little bit about how you can save some money here and there to improve your financial picture. But that just about covers everything I wanted to talk about in this video today. But I want to ask something of you. If you know anybody who could benefit from this, and maybe they haven't, maybe they have signed up for this child benefit, but it would be good to make sure that they have, because obviously you can be making and saving a lot of money every year. So if you have somebody you care about who could qualify for this, make sure to send this video their way so that they can take a look at it. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, notification bell. I'm bringing information like this all the time, so you're going to want to stay up to date. All right, and with that said, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really hope it's helped you out at least a little bit, and I'll see you next time.